We were kicked out of the area where we were originally filming, so we had to move next door to a restaurant. So please excuse all the background noise. Welcome back to another episode of Holistic Beauty. I have a special guest here, Kelly.
Hello.
Say hello, Kelly.
Hi.
So I brought Kelly in so that we can talk a little bit more about this self-care series as it concerns our health and what we put in our body, our diet. I know that's one of my biggest struggles because, as you all know, I love snacks. We've talked about this in several of my videos, how I'm in love with snacks and I love to eat. I'm a foodie and I haven't necessarily been making very wise choices, which I'm sure some of you can relate out there. We want things that taste good, you know, and but I'm getting better about it because I don't want to wait until, you know, there's some tragic diagnosis or that I'm backed in a corner where I have to make really drastic changes immediately.
Forced to.
Yes.
Forced to do it.
Yes, forced to do it. And so I'm like willingly doing it and doing the responsible thing, which is taking care of my one body that I get. So Kelly, I would like for you to introduce yourself to these beauties.
Yes. Hi guys. Hi beauties. So my name is Kelly Fuchek. I am a certified health coach. I'm a mom and wife of two beautiful children. Also a CrossFit coach here in Spring, Texas, and I love wellness. It is my passion.
So I brought Kelly in to help us direct us around the grocery store to help us make some better choices, because I know for me, I go in, the box appears to be healthy. I think I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And really, I'm not making a wise choice at all. The item that I'm choosing that I think is healthy actually has a lot of ingredients in it that are not so healthy for my body, or that are going against the goals that I am trying to make.
Yes.
So Kelly, give us a little bit of insight. What got you into this health arena, and why are you so passionate about it?
Yes, so at the age of 32, which was 8 years ago, I'm probably 40 now, yay, I had a stroke, and it was the type of stroke, in what I say normal terms, not medical terms, was a tear in the artery that goes to the brain. So it was called a spontaneous tear, and we don't know why it happened. Still, I did not know the signs of that type of stroke, or really that even young people, like young, you know, I mean, I was in my 30s, had strokes, and then it was so prevalent, didn't know that. So I waited 2 days before I went to the doctor, and which is just dumb, don't ever do that. Listen to your body. So it took
what
about...
symptoms were you experiencing that were obviously pretty easy to ignore?
Right. So I had always associated stroke with the elderly, with, you know, silver-haired men that, you know, were in their 80s, honestly. Even though I'm a firefighter's daughter and I am, you know, well versed in a lot of different things that my dad taught me, I didn't really have the face issues. Like they say your face droops when you have a stroke, and I didn't have that. They say your arm kind of, you know, you're not able to raise it, and I didn't have that. What I had was vertigo. Like it felt like 18 men were pulling me to the ground while I was being spun in the air. So it was very, very odd. I had a pain in a burning sensation in the back of my neck. So at one point I felt like a warm pool up at the top, and in all honesty, I had done a procedure 2 days before that I thought maybe this was just a sign of like whatever I had. I don't know. And so I took a Tylenol because like that, you know,
Wow.
it just, that's what cures everything in my family, and
Tylenol
you know,
and some water.
right? Like go ahead, Mija, like, you know, that's what you need. So that's what I did, and I waited stupidly 2 days. So what I like to, you know, say to people, especially in stroke awareness, is that yes, FAST is a great acronym to remember. It is great for face. F for face, A for arm, S for speech if you can't talk, and T for time. Time is of the essence, and I am blessed that nothing, you know, I actually came out stronger than I was before after my stroke. But two other things I want to mention is balance. You know, I was jogging to my left. I couldn't really figure out like what was going on. So B was for balance, if you have balance issues, and then E for eyes. Now, it's not that I couldn't see, but when I did make my way over to the bathroom and I splashed water on my face, my vision was distorted tremendously. Like if you remember the Starry Night Van Gogh painting where it's swirly, beautiful swirlies, that's what I saw in the mirror with like a peach circle. Like, so I didn't see my face, you know, looking back at me, and I saw just swirl. So eyesight is an issue too. So be fast is what I like to say to someone if I just have like 2 seconds to talk to them about it, you know? Yeah. So in recovery, 11 days in ICU, it took about a year to do my first recovery. I'd talk about a lot of different recoveries. My doctor said, Kelly, you need 2 minutes on the treadmill and you need to get healthy. Well, I understood what 2 minutes on treadmill meant. That meant death. But, you know, the get healthy part was like, okay, do I just eat like cabbage soup? Or like, you know, I didn't know what get healthy was. I didn't know how to cook at the time. I just was very lost. And so in my journey in these 8 years, you know, I felt like a really big pull because I went through a lot to just figure out the basics of what I feel like is the start to a healthy wellness lifestyle. And I wish that I would have had someone that offered the services that I was aware about when I was starting my recovery, because it was horrible. And we could talk all day about, you know, the torture on the treadmill and whatever, but but you know, it is not just about fitness, and it's not just about eating. It's about your mental health, and it's about having a support system, and you know, getting the right tools to help you succeed. And so that's why I, you know, went back to school and I sought my certification in health coaching. I love lifting weights and CrossFit in particular. So I did, you know, seek my certification in that, so I could help people in that lifestyle trying to change, you know, their trajectory and wellness. And I love it. I coach Handspring, and I have the best, wonderful people ever. So, so that's why I do what I do in a nutshell, if that's a nutshell.
Well, I love it. What an amazing story, and to be able to be here.
Absolutely, every day is
still
a gift.
Be here every day is a gift.
Yes.
But that you're now passionate about helping other people so that they don't end up in horrible situations that they may not recover from.
Right.
So I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks.
I'm so glad you're here. I've wanted to make this change in my life, and of course you guys know I share things that are good. So I ran across Kelly and I was like, this is so good. She's going to be of so much help for a lot of us. So I'm loving talking to you because you're really down to earth. And
I think so.
And I know a lot of times when people are talking to people about changing their health and everything, they're not very empathetic about it, and they can be quite judgmental, and they may have like their six-pack going and like freaking perfect body, and telling you, you know, you need to put the burger down, and you know, you need to just eat right, just do it, you know, you need to just do it, and you know, change the way, and they can end up being very judgmental, you know, and really harsh, like, towards you, and not understanding. They forget the struggle of making their way to where they are. They forget the mistakes. They forget the times that they really worked hard to discipline themselves, and the times that they messed up, the times they did eat the burger and had to start over. And I'm not getting any of that from you.
Well, thank you. I really try, because it is truly a journey. Like, it's not just like, you know how they always compare it's a sprint. We're going to just hurry up and finish, and then once you're healthy, that's the end goal. And it's always a learning curve. Every day you try to better yourself. And for me, you know, it's very important because my heart is in this. So I feel like, you know, I used to be obsessed with, I thought health was skinny, and I thought health was like a size 0 or whatever. And you know, me being a health coach now and really trying to hone in and help families and moms in particular. So for me, you know, I know that I'm not the typical what you think of a health coach being, you know, and you mentioned the six-pack abs or whatever. But in my journey, I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I want to try to help people that don't know where to start, because I was so lost. And you know, it's not really about what size you are. And I always like to say, strength. That's why my company is called Asai Strong. It's about mentally strong, because you need to be that, physically strong so you can take care of your body and your family if anything ever were to happen. And that's probably the firefighter's daughter coming out in me, but it's true. And strong in your belief in yourself. And when you have the right tools and you're feeling well, and you believe in yourself, the sky's the limit. And that's why I really love to help people, and that's why I dig so deep, because I face a lot of things that happen when I tell them what I'm doing, and they're like, I don't on the outside look like what you would think of for that, but I truly believe that I survived for a reason. I feel like my calling is to help others, help my family first, and change their ways and for the better, and help others do that too.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Don't you love her? Don't you love her? Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it very much.
So that's why I'm really excited to have Kelly here.
Thank you.
She's going to take us on a bit of a grocery store tour.
Yes.
We are headed on over to HEB, and she's going to walk us through some really important tips and things to look for on the packaging so that we can make better choices. We don't have to do the whole overhaul all in one day, but just starting to make better choices, step by step, little bit at a time, until you're making, better choices overall is where we'll start. For me, we're going to start with those snacks.
All right. Yes, let's
We've
go.
got to overhaul my snacks, because I love chips, and I love candy, but I know that's not healthy for me. It's not good for me. I'm starting to feel, and I've gotten away with it for a long time, but I'm starting to feel that drag.
Okay. Yeah. Lethargic. And
Yes, I'm starting to feel it.
What I like to say, your A game.
Not on my A game at all.
Yeah.
I feel really tired and just kind of dragging through the day and don't have that energy that I need to be the boss.
Yes, yes.
To be the boss that we all need to be. So we want to make sure that we're feeling good so that we can be our best selves for ourselves, but also for our family. This is part of taking care of yourselves, ladies.
Absolutely.
I know that when we get in this mom groove and this wife groove, sometimes we don't even eat.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we're just grabbing what's near, whether it's a bag of Cheetos or a Snickers bar, so we don't get hangry.
Right, exactly.
I'm notorious for saying, I'm just going to grab some fries at Whataburger. And then before I know it, that's all I've eaten.
Yeah,
and it's dinner time, and all I've had is Whataburger fries. No bueno. Follow us on over to HEB so we can get this grocery store tour going.
Ready. Let's
ready?
go. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Operation Health.
That's right.
Here we go. Meet us back here next Friday for the grocery store tour.